Hello chaps, it's Ian again, and today we've got a mini review for Populous. So I have first had this with my Amiga, and I absolutely played it to death back in the day. I spent like hours on this. I first played the Mega Drive version last year when I got it, and it was kindly donated to me by Lefarius. He got it along with a few other games on his travels over in Tokyo, so that was greatly appreciated. Thanks very much, mate. So yeah, here we are. I've took quite a few hours to get back into this prior to doing this mini review. It's one of those games, you know, you really need to invest a little bit of time in it to get the best out of it and know exactly what you're doing. For those who haven't played it, it's basically like a guard simulation game. You're a guard, and there's an evil guard as well, and you've got your followers, and he's got his, and you've basically got to you know, clear the land, build castles, you know, build up your followers. And yeah, basically the ultimate goal is to take over, you know, his followers, his land, and defeat him basically. So we're just starting off here. You've just seen us build a few castles and stuff. Now at the moment, I've built up enough mana to create an earthquake here. Now the mana is that long bar on the right where it's got the little arrow moving along. That's the mana. And here you go, that's the earthquake there. So that shook up some of his land. Now you basically get mana through the buildings that you create. The more followers you have, you know, the more buildings they build, the more mana you get. And you can see it as this video kind of progresses, slowly creeping up. Now the key thing with Populous here is when you've got your castles, right, all your castles are built up, create a bit of a gap between the castles, and then you'll see some followers sprout out of them, just like that. And if you watch, it'll just do it again here in a moment. There you go. So you create a hole, the followers come out, and then you basically build the land back up, so the castles come back, and then those followers who've came out of the castles will build more castles. And that's kind of, you know, that's a great tip in this game to kind of do that. Now I've just created one of me followers into a knight, which you've seen there. Now once you've done that, he'll go on and he'll attack the enemy. Basically, you know, once you've created him into a knight, he just goes off onto his own accord, and he'll basically go to the enemy and fight. So you can create as many knights as you want. Basically what you've got to do is, once you've created one, send your followers to go back to your anchor, which is it's also called the papal magnet. It's where all your followers basically go to once you've set it on your land, that you've just seen us do there. Yeah, once you've done that, you can create another knight. You know, it's best to, you know, really before you create a knight, get as many followers as you can, and then once you create one, try and build up its strength. You know, because what you don't want to do is create a knight, send it into battle, and it kind of gets its arse kicked. You know. So here we are. My mana is increasing, and I'm just gonna do a volcano there. So basically, you know, you wanna once you've built up your mana, you wanna disrupt the enemy, create volcanoes, etc. You can do floods as well. You know, there's quite a few things you can do. You know, and basically build up your followers and disrupt his. So yeah, now I'm progressing quite well in the game. You can see all the white dots flashing. All my you know, followers are building up, and I've got quite a little community going on here. So I'm just going to create another knight here, and then you'll see in a moment one of my knights attacking one of the enemies. It just comes up in a moment here, and yeah, this is basically what they do. This is their task. So he's just coming up along here. There you see him. So he's basically tackling one of the enemies. He's defeated him, and then in a moment you'll see him. He'll burn his castle. So I've built up my knight quite strong, which is what you want to do really. Get them strong enough, and they'll kind of last for quite a while. So I'm almost towards the end of this level here, chaps. And you'll see in a moment what I'm going to do is create Armageddon. Now Armageddon is towards the very end of the mana meter. It's like the skull and crossbones. And what happens when you do that basically is all your there you go, you've heard the warning sound there. All your followers all join together, and it's like a huge battle. Basically, a huge battle commences in the middle of the map. And that's, you know, and you can see from my shield on the top right, the blue bar on the left is my kind of health or power, and the enemies is on the right, which the orange bar, which is almost towards the bottom, you know, so it's going to be quite an easy win this. But it's a fantastic game. It takes quite a while to get into, but once you've kind of put the time into it and mastered it, it's absolutely fantastic fun, and you can spend kind of hours on this, you know. So I've kind of condensed this video to show you, you know, show you kind of a brief abridged version of it. But this level did take up about 22 minutes in total. I just wanted to do a little bit of a shorter version to give you kind of an idea of the game, you know. But there you go, I've won that one. Hope you've enjoyed this video, chaps, and over and out.